Hello everybody, I'm Michael, and I'm continuing my Sherlock Holmes week. So this is the second game in the Sherlock Holmes series, made by Ubisoft. I didn't know they did any Sherlock Holmes stuff. Huh, I thought this was a Frogwares game, you know, like the one I played yesterday. Okay, so like the one I played yesterday, I'm only gonna... It is a Frogwares game! Well then why was the Ubisoft a teen? Rated T for teen! Oh! Well, I'm not even past the title screen and this game is already throwing me off. Okay, so, like the game I played yesterday, I'm just gonna play it for about a half hour. You know, I did not purchase the game, I only got a demo. So, I'm told this is the second game in the series, and apparently it's rated T for teen, unlike the other one. I wonder what the other one was rated.
Dear Mr. Holmes,
whatever.
Please let me thank you one more time for your help in solving the case of the Turkish medallion. I am sure that if the story could go public, the whole country would be as grateful as I am to you. As you may have surmised, I have a very urgent and confidential matter which requires your immediate assistance. You probably are aware that we are going to celebrate the birthday of a very important person, a member of the government. I can't mention their name in this letter for obvious reasons. The most famous and accomplished artists were selected and invited to perform. We are confident about their reputations. However, we have concerns about one performer in particular, a young Italian diva, Gallia, as there are certain rumours circulating about her. She has also provoked great acclaim in every European capital where she has appeared. We want to include her in this gala event, but have reservations about her reputation. She is, as fortune would have it, in London for another engagement. Sir Bromsby has invited her to perform during a reception to commemorate the return of his daughter to England. Due to reasons of politics and security, I can't attend the reception myself. Apart from yourself, I do not know anyone else I would be able to complete a mission of such importance. Together with this letter, I am sending 2 invitations, as I assumed your eminent colleague, Dr. Watson, would be accompanying you. A cab will arrive at 221B Baker Street at 8 p.m. to take you to Sherringford Hall. Even though I know that the prospect of attending a private concert given by perhaps the best voice in Europe is very attractive for a music lover like yourself, please allow nothing to distract you from this important mission. Yours sincerely, Lord Cavendish Smith.
How can we refuse a mission of such importance? Appearances to the contrary, I believe that the future of the nation can depend on our presence. Are you with me?
If the future of the nation depends upon our presence, Holmes, then you can count on me.
Look at that guy's legs. Look at everybody's legs. Everybody has giant legs. Okay. So apparently we're at some sort of concert hall because of famous...
Please come right in. According to the request of Lord Cavendish Smith, during the dinner you'll be seated together.
What do you know about Sir Bromsby, Holmes?
I have never met the man, and I do not follow what is written in the newspapers. However, I can tell you that Sir Bromsby is a man of approximately 50 years old, tall in stature. He is impulsive and may be prone to violent outbursts. He is of low birth, has few intimate friends, and does not like women. He must be a very aggressive businessman who would not hesitate to go beyond the law if it served his purposes. I'd like to add that today he is going to make a very important declaration concerning his business. And you, Watson, what have you heard about him?
Well, I doubt that I would be able to give as detailed a description as you have just recited. Holmes, how can you say you do not know the man and give such an account?
Watson, you know my methods. Look at the stage and the stand near the fireplace. It is obvious that they are prepared for a very tall man. I see the hostess and servants anxiously glancing in the direction of a door from which their employer must enter. Their expressions go beyond nerves and suggest fear. Only a violent and unpredictable man can cause such anguish. Now look at the guests. The men present at this party are mainly composed of military officers and rich entrepreneurs. All of them are in their 50s and are clearly business associates, so I decided that he is of their age. Furthermore, to have risen as rapidly as he has in this society, Sir Bromsby would have to be a very ruthless and intelligent businessman. The women present reveal much. Beautiful women and young girls, all neatly but rather cheaply dressed. Watson, look more carefully. There are no chaperones. No ladies would appear in public without suitable escort, I assure you. They stare at the youngest gentleman to find a convenient cavalier and cluck like chickens at the smallest idiocy. In short, a man who would invite only business associates and women of the lower classes to the birthday party of his only child must have few friends, rather poor taste in women, and little regard for his daughter. Another item of note, but not the least, observe that group of men speaking very quickly. It's a group of reporters armed with their notebooks gathered together now that the time of the address is coming. These are not the society reporters for the Times sent to cover a gala birthday party. These are the regular reporters who had come only to gain news about the future of the Bromsby Empire. I will conclude by saying that no man, except a lunatic, would accept such an arrangement of tables and furniture. Look quickly, Watson. I hear applause. Sir Bromsby is coming.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me thank you all for attending this special reception. In fact, this moment is a turning point for many people.
Oh my God!
Watson, quick! Tell Miss Lambert not to allow anyone to leave and to send a man for the police immediately.
Okay, finally, geez, we stopped the interminable monologuing by Holmes. Oh, this man is clearly very large, based on the size of the podium. How do you know it's a custom-made podium, Mr. Holmes? How do you know that, sir? Okay, so, what do I do now? I just click on this and pick it up? Cool! Can I look at the thing I just picked up? I'm guessing this little head thing means
Excuse me, if I may. I am Sherlock Holmes.
What do you wish to know?
Well, who are you?
I must ask, who are you?
I am the doctor from the village near the hall.
Is he still breathing?
He died instantly.
Where is the bullet?
It's still in the body. I must obtain police authorization to extract it.
Thanks, Doctor.
Never mind.
Okay, well I won't mind. Then who are you, angry fellow?
Good day. My name is Sherlock Holmes. Would you mind if I asked several questions?
If it helps you.
Did you notice anything peculiar at the time of the shooting?
I jumped up, and then I looked in the direction of the shot. There, I saw that little flirt, Miss Bromsby. She seemed to be placing something in her handbag amid a cloud of smoke. Then she rushed to the stage. I must say, her sudden inheritance should be a fine present for her birthday.
What precisely was your relationship with the victim?
We were partners with the old scoundrel. I'm sorry, Sir Bromsby. He personally invited me. He gave me every assurance there would be plenty of fresh meat, if you take my meaning. Well, there was, but some of it was quite cold.
I think he was making a dirty joke, and I don't like it. I don't even like this guy.
Were you an associate of the victim?
He just said he was.
He seems so
Come
much
on,
bigger
Holmes.
when he's lying down rather than standing.
Well, thank you very much.
It is nothing, dear fellow.
So, what exactly are we doing? Okay, perhaps I need to go through one of these doors. Yeah, we just had a really, really long monologue, and now we're being thrown into what could be an investigation. Where are we? What are we doing? This looks like some delicious food, though, so this must be a food area. Oh, here we go, more people to talk to.
Please, sir, I have nothing to tell you. Everyone stands ready to accuse me of this foul deed. I have done nothing. I have only seen my father die before my very eyes on day of my majority.
Is it just me, or was that really awkward? Holmes
This young
just
lady
walks
tells
up,
the
kisses
truth. I can
this
attest to
lady's
her
hand
every move since she
delicately,
first appeared in the
and
doorway.
Then they
Beg
start
your pardon for
talking.
speaking so boldly, miss.
Okay, so who are you?
Where were you at the moment of the shooting?
I was near the bar speaking with Colonel Patterson. Everybody started applauding and turning towards the stage. I turned to look through the crowd.
Did you notice anything in particular?
When one of the doors opened, I did see a person hidden from the other's view. A beautiful young lady stood just at the threshold. I felt somewhat ashamed for staring at her so intensely, but her considerable charms captured my full attention until the dreadful shooting took place.
Are you sure it was Miss Bromsby?
Yes, Colonel
Standing
Patterson was
right
next to me and can
here?
confirm what I saw. It seems to me that no one else was near us at that precise moment.
Why are we gossiping about this woman right in front of her?
What is your reason for being here?
I owe it to Colonel Patterson. We met each other several days ago at his club. He kindly persuaded me to accompany him.
What? What was that? Okay. And now I'm somewhere else. But I was in the room. I'm already, this game is already kind of confusing me. Okay, so if I right-click, I get stuff. Okay, tape measure. When did I get tape measure? When did I get a test tube? Oh, it's a guest list.
This is a woman's handwriting. What do all these annotations mean?
Can I actually read the list or no? Okay.
The first handwriting is small and elegant. The second is hurried and forceful.
Can I actually read these things or just hear Holmes talking? Do I click here to read it? This is apparently a map. Okay, well this keeps track of all these various characters. Okay. Here we go. Please allow me to thank you one more... Oh, this is that huge letter from the start of the game. I don't really need to... Okay, so... Holmes just said the handwriting changed? I guess it does change right here. XO in his speech. Acknowledgements. Don't forget the peasant and a snake. I don't know about that. That seems like a thing. The program. Anyway, how do I get away from this? Well, let's talk to more people, I guess.
That shot was dreadful, wasn't it?
It's neither the first nor probably the last I shall hear in my life. Tell me, young man, are you a barman or not? Because I'm dying from thirst.
How long have you known Lieutenant Harrington?
We met at my officers' club several days ago. A brave boy, you can believe me. What could be better than to invite him to be my guest at this reception, where he could make many fair acquaintances?
More jokes. I don't know.
Where were you precisely when the tragedy occurred?
We had been standing at the bar until the shot rang out, and I personally remained at the bar after it.
Ho ho.
Did you happen to notice Miss Bromsby at that moment?
Impossible. My eyesight is so deucedly poor that I would not even notice if a fly fell into my whiskey.
Really?
Yes, damn shame. But I have a fine ear. I can offer much when the questions are about sounds. I can tell you that from all the applause, that old Bromsby had arrived and entered from my right. For the sound to have carried so well, the crowd must have been parted in that direction. I will add that if Lieutenant Harrington says that he saw a flea dancing with a fly in this place, you can take it on trust.
Okay, he entered from your right. To your right is a solid wall, sir. I do not understand.
Is there anything else you recall?
Well, hold on a moment. I do have a scoop for your tabloid. I can assure you that Bromsby was killed with a right revolver of small caliber.
Thank you for this information, sir.
Colonel to you.
Okay, we've learned something.
Were you at that precise spot at the moment of the murder?
Indeed, I was standing just there. I could easily see the door because there were so few people in front of me.
What did you do right after the shot was fired?
I left the room as did almost everyone. I must leave now and make my excuses to Miss Lavinia for my behaviour, don't you think?
Oh, was that the random guy from earlier?
Thank you for your help.
Who,
It was not a
interrupted
problem.
the conversation, and then we just had a conversation with him, because obviously talking to the main suspect in the murder is not very interesting. Let's talk to random guy
Excuse
instead.
me, could you answer some questions?
You're quite welcome.
I'm just gonna stand here and mop this one part of the floor.
Where were you at the moment this tragedy occurred?
Like all the servants, I was in the ballroom. 'Twas the special orders of the old crab. In my opinion, it was done in particular to have more people there to applaud him. Cunning old bird, wasn't he?
Yeah, you know what? That's a pretty good explanation for why all the servants were there. Yeah, it doesn't necessarily indicate anything about the personality of the victim, like Holmes was saying earlier. It just indicates the servants were there.
What sort of man was Sir Bromsby? I mean, as an employer.
Troublesome and bad-tempered, but he paid well.
Okay, never mind. I guess Holmes cannot be allowed to be incorrect. So his random guesses on the personality of this guy based on where the servants were standing is correct. And by the way, this is an awkward shot of Sherlock's butt.
Are you personally at the service of the Bromsby family?
Yes, there are 5 of us who serve in the Sherringford Hall. There are Mary and Sue, the maids, Carl, our chef, Lamb, Sir Bromsby's coachman, and myself. All the rest were brought in just for the reception.
And where are the rest of the staff?
Mary is cleaning downstairs. Sue went to comfort some little goose who had been crying bitterly. It's rather odd because it seemed to me she started crying before Sir Bromsby was shot.
And the coachman?
Lamb is at the main gate. Miss Lambert gave him specific instructions to throw out any reporters and ensure they do not re-enter the hall. However, it would not be good if he finds you've been asking questions here. Tell me, will my name appear in the newspaper?
I don't even know your name.
Thank you for your help.
My pleasure, sir.
It is not the time to join, Watson. I have not examined everything.
Yeah, Watson's in another part of the hall. Is that the storyline here? We can go with that story. Sherlock, walk here. I want you to walk here. There was a table in the way. Oh, poor Sherlock. Who's this guy? The ball tender.
I would like to ask you several questions, if you don't mind.
If I can be of help, sir?
Are you one of the household staff?
No, I was sent by the Hartford agency to serve at the reception.
So I can't help but notice every single person we're asking, why are you here, and did you see the shot?
What were you doing when the tragedy happened?
I was serving those 2 gentlemen. As I was occupied, I saw nothing.
All right, you may take or leave.
Good evening, sir.
Take or leave. Take or leave it, I say. Kind of hard to get my mouse in the right spot. Well, this is a nice angle. Is there... No, there's nothing here. It's just an angle. Okay. So let's see. What was the door I went through last time? Is there a way to make Holmes go faster? I do not know. Maybe we can actually meet the woman this time rather than being thrown out to the hall. I think this was the room. Okay, this time, let's talk to the prime suspect.
I beg you, please leave me. I will answer only to the authorities.
Oh, okay. Who are you?
Let me introduce myself. I am Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, Mr. Holmes, the infamous detective. We are heaven blessed by your presence. I am afraid I am still in shock.
So, who are you?
Whom do I have the pleasure of addressing?
Oh, I forget myself. We haven't been properly introduced. I am Herman Grimble, advisor to the late Sir Melvyn Bromsby and minority shareholder of Bromsby Enterprises.
What sort of man was Sir Bromsby?
He was a man with strong character that at times seemed excessive. He was unyielding, but he was a good man.
Tell us what you saw.
I was behind Sir Bromsby when it all happened. I am sorry, but as such I could not see anything of interest. But I am convinced that Miss Lavinia had nothing to do with it.
So you knew Sir Bromsby well, then?
What a sad end for such a great man. We first met in India several years ago. That would have been before the birth of Miss Lavinia.
Right
we
here.
have been business associates and friends ever since that moment.
She's just repeating the exact same crying animation over
Have
and
you
over
any
and
knowledge
over
about
again,
the
I've
succession
noticed.
of his business interests?
I believe that Sir Bromsby had drawn up his will with his attorney and friend Horace Fowlett. When it is read, we will know more about the specifics. But I can assure you that nothing therein would threaten Bromsby Enterprises.
And where is this Mr. Fowlett?
He must have been here, because he would have most certainly been invited. Although he is hardly a person of high society. Where could he be, I wonder?
I don't know.
We have found Sir Bromsby's speech. There's something quite puzzling about it.
Ah,
Okay, I
you
think I might
talk
have
about
solved
the
the puzzle
notes
by
that I
accident.
left for him. Sir Bromsby always improvised his speeches in public as well as in business. Nevertheless, it was still necessary to remind him about particular points. So I sometimes made notes for him on a sheet of paper. Hold on, he must have made that odd notation himself. It says something about a peasant and a snake. What could it mean?
Did Sir Bromsby have any enemies?
Oh, there are always those who envy a man who is successful in business. But to say that Sir Bromsby had enemies? No, I cannot think of anyone who would desire his death.
Okay, so yeah.
Thank you very much.
I am at your disposal.
I may have solved the puzzle by accident, but that doesn't seem to give us any real information. Okay, so the other door leads here. Okay, so let's go through door number 3, because apparently I've talked to everyone and seen everything. Hopefully this isn't one of those games where you have to talk through everyone multiple times until you're... Okay, so yeah, now we've got new areas to explore.
There's a greasy substance on the door handle. Seems to be a sauce?
There's a purse there on the ground. Can I steal this purse? Okay, so this is where the, Miss Lavinia was standing.
I need something.
What do you need?
Something.
Your test tube? A magnifying glass?
I need something.
Let's see, what can I do with this
A
bag?
small caliber pistol. A Wright model.
Tickets of trains.
Train and ship tickets from Geneva to London.
That seems pretty suspicious. Test tube? Perhaps the test tube's what you need?
There's dust. Excellent.
Okay, so if Lavinia's not guilty, then somebody certainly worked hard to make her look guilty. Oh, another person, and I'm just gonna check this far corner of the room. More doors, okay. This would require... Okay, so this is sort of the map of the area, so it looks like we got 1, 2, 3, 4, many rooms, and then, of course, we have the downstairs area, where I imagine we have even more rooms. Okay, I'm gonna talk to this person, and then I'm probably gonna end the video here.
You do not seem the least bit alarmed.
He's
In
standing
India, I
what?
became quite familiar with the sound of gunshots. Therefore, their sudden occurrence does not alarm me as they would a woman or certain officers in attendance.
Why didn't you intervene?
It would have been of no use. Whoever he is, the man who did this is either a perfect shot or extremely lucky, because old Bromsby had no chance at all.
how could he have intervened, Holmes?
Could you explain your presence at this reception?
Bromsby sent me 2 invitations for myself and the wife. My wife has fainted due to the shock of these events. I do hope her condition will last a good while longer, so that I may toss off several glasses of this excellent sherry.
Very well. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Yeah, so these conversations are going nowhere. It's mostly a bunch of army people getting drunk. Okay, and I could not go through those big doors over there because...
The handle is twisted down. It smells of gunpowder.
Oh my!
Handsome armor.
Smells of gunpowder here. What if the gunpowder... What if there was another shot, like, from here?
It is not the time to join, Watson. I have not examined everything.
Okay. I like how he manages to open the door just by waving his arm
I need something.
a foot away from the door. He needs something.
I need something.
What does he need? Does he need his tape measure?
I need something.
Does he need his magnifying glass?
It is a poor copy of a uniform button. The cannon insignias are hand-drawn.
Well, I managed to fool somebody. Okay, so one of these officers is an imposter. Maybe. And for some reason the imposter decided to hang out here in the kitchen.
May I help you?
Hello? Are you aware of what has just happened?
Yes, it seems that our master has got himself killed. Scott told me that much. On his daughter's birthday. And all these nice dishes. It took me so long to prepare them. What a disaster.
You know, this guy is the best character of the game so far. I'm sorry. He's amazing. Sorry other characters, I like this guy.
How would you describe Sir Bromsby?
Well, as an employer, he was not easily satisfied, always insisting on some Indian or French dish. That old fowlet put it into Sir Bromsby's head that this Frenchman prepare better meals than the English. He would have had my master eating frogs stuffed with snails if he could.
A Frenchman?
Yes, a squint-eyed Frenchman. That must be done like this, and this must be placed like that. Well, he may well be a connoisseur of fine cuisine and service, but of everything else... Miss Lambert dared not even contradict him about the tablecloth's colour, though Bromsby hated white and insisted on blue to match the colour of the daughter's eyes. And look how he placed the tables in the ballroom. I have never seen tables arranged in such a manner.
Goodbye.
I will let you get back to your work.
All right. Good night, sir.
This seems like a very high note to end the video on. I do not think there's anything I could come up with which could top that. Okay, let's see if this door leads anywhere. Nope, it just leads back here. Okay, so I've done a fair job of exploring everywhere. Obviously, I haven't explored, I guess, these rooms. I don't know. In any case, I hit the exit button. What did that do?
Here now, watch your step. If you're a reporter, there'd better be a doctor nearby, 'cause when I get done with you, you'll need one.
Look here, my good man, I am a doctor. Dr. Watson, in fact, and believe me...
Dr. Watson? Hold on. Are you the Dr. Watson who writes about all those cases solved by Sherlock Holmes? Oh, I've read all your adventures.
So, who are you?
Who are you?
My name is Lamb, Governor. I'm Sir Bromsby's coachman. Tell me, is he really that clever, this Sherlock Holmes?
Look sharp, Lamb. Sherlock Holmes and I require your able assistance.
No doubt.
Stand firm at the private entrance and make sure no one enters or leaves until Holmes or myself returns.
My pleasure, Dr. Watson. You tell Mr. Holmes that if anybody even steps on the lawn, they'll have to deal with Lamb. And I can tell you, there are few bold enough to dare my fists.
I leave you, Lamb.
Right, I'll stand guard.
What is this weird sound I'm hearing from the background? I don't don't know. Anyway, it looks like clicking on exit switched me to Dr. Watson. So how do I stop this game? How do I quit? Oh, it looks like I've got a list of all the various characters, so that's good. But no, seriously, how do I stop? How do I quit? Escape. There we go. Use the escape button. Hit exit game. Ooh, I wonder what options is. Oh, that's not much of anything, is there? Okay. Okay, how do I get away from options? Do I hit escape again? Okay. Exit game. Okay, so that's it for The Adventure of Sherlock Holmes, The Silver Earring. Leave a comment if you want me to purchase this game and play the game in full. I kind of don't want to. This is a very slow game and nothing's happening. We just had 10 variations of the same basic boring conversation. But it looks like there are over 40 witnesses and 3 hours of dialogue. So this game promises to have a lot of talking, and that's not something which is appealing to me. I've noticed the audio quality isn't the greatest, which is okay. You know, my audio quality isn't the greatest. Consider your discoveries. Admire the high-quality movies and original orchestra music. So high-quality movies. Okay, so you kind of saw there's a little bit of animation, which was a step up, so that's good. In any case, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Yeah, I hope you had more fun than I did.